Do you want to sponsor your better half, your spouse, for a Canadian PR? If yes, then this is the video that you must be watching, because in this video today I am going to share all the details of the very famous spousal sponsorship for Canadian permanent residents. My name is Sahil and I'm a regulated Canadian immigration consultant, and in this video today I am detailing every part of that particular program out in front of you so that you can sponsor your spouse for a permanent residence. Guys, welcome back once again. My name is Sahil and I'm a regulated Canadian immigration consultant, and in this video today we are discussing the very famous spousal sponsorship for Canadian permanent residents. I practice here inside Canada. My office is in Brampton, Ontario, and I am a regulated Canadian immigration consultant, licensed and a member of ICCRC, which means that I am authorized to represent you for your applications for any immigration, refugee or citizenship related programs. Guys, let's just quickly get on with this video. But before we do, please, a quick reminder, if you are watching this channel and if you are watching my video for the very first time, please hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon, so that when we talk about Canadian immigration, any program or delivery update related to immigration, then you will be the first one to be alerted to see that video and gain more information. If you like the video, please hit the like button, share it with your friends, and let everybody come to Canada as a permanent resident, or even if they want to just come here on visiting purpose for temporary basis. Guys, let's just get on with the video. We are discussing the spousal sponsorship program. Now, whenever the word sponsorship is there in place, it clearly means there is one party who's going to be the sponsor and there is one party who's going to be sponsored. Okay, now let's just discuss the first party, which is the sponsor, and which could mostly be you or your better half inside Canada or maybe outside Canada. So guys, first, who can sponsor? The very first part of this particular program is that you or the person who wants to sponsor has to be a Canadian permanent resident, a citizen, or a registered Indian. Now, the Indian that we're talking about is not the Indian from India, but we're talking about the native Indians of Canada. Okay, so if you belong to these three categories, if you are a permanent resident, citizen, or a registered Indian, then you can be a sponsor. Additionally, you need to be at least 18 years of age. You should not be receiving any social assistance apart from disability. Okay, and also you should be able to provide for the basic needs of any person whom you are going to sponsor. So if you fairly complete all of these requirements of becoming a sponsor, then congratulations, you are eligible to become a sponsor. Now get on with the second part of this sponsorship program is for the person who can be sponsored. Okay, now in the eyes of Canadian law, the immigration actually states that three sort of spouses or maybe relationships are recognized under this particular program. The first is the legally wedded or legally married spouse. Now, very simple, if you are legally married and if the person is 18 years or older, then that's it. You can sponsor that person as long as you are able to prove the genuineness of the marriage. It should not be a marriage of convenience. Okay, you should have enough proof of relationship and everything else so that you both have been registered, legally married wherever you are, and then it's recognized as per Canada, and you can sponsor that particular person for a Canadian permanent residence. The second sort of relationship that Canada identifies under this program is known as a common law. Now, whereas common law is a relationship where the two people are not married and they have been living together consecutively for 12 months or more. Okay, now they have to spend time in physical presence with each other, and if they are spending any time away from each other, the separation must only be short and temporary in nature. It must not be permanent or maybe long extended without any proper reason, and it should only be, let's say, work or business related. There are particular grounds to proving a common law relationship. You need to provide the law, the proof of that particular relationship, and there are certain grounds to prove your common law relationship. Now, the third category that we are talking about is the conjugal relationship. Now it is again similar to common law, but the biggest difference here is the conjugal partners cannot be living together. Okay, so let's say you are separated from your partner due to a reason that is beyond your control. Let's say your partner belongs to a country where let's say gay marriage is not allowed. Okay, now yes, of course you are not able to be together because your partner is living in the other country, and you're not able to live together in Canada because he doesn't or she doesn't have a visa. So that ways that may qualify for a conjugal relationship, but then you must have a lot of proofs to support your particular application. Without the proofs, you will be playing on a hard field. Now guys, this sums up the type of relationships, the type of partners that are recognized under the spousal sponsorship. Now what you need to understand is that the eligibility of sponsor is established, but then the eligibility of the person being sponsored also has to be established. The good news is it is only limited to the medical condition, the biometrics, and some forms. Okay, apart from that, there is no other eligibility that your spouse or your partner has to qualify on. There are no education or work experience related requirements, so you can be tension free. And also there is no money related requirement or qualification that is required, as long as you can say that you will be able to provide for the basic needs of the person you're sponsoring. Guys, the application is nowadays it is sent on a paper where your sponsorship and the person being sponsored, his or her permanent residence package. So both of these are sent together in one package and they're sent to IRCC for further processing. Please remember that spousal sponsorship is a lengthy time-taking process. There was recently a lot of protests. They were held at the Canadian CN Tower in Toronto because the IRCC was taking a lot of time in processing them. But guys, please understand that IRCC is already loaded with a lot of applications, although they tried their best, and this was proved by the Honorable Marco Mendocino, who's the Minister of Immigration, that they are going to be processing about 6,000. They're going to be accepting 6,000 applications of spousal sponsorship per month for the balance of the year 2020. So which means that they are actually actively working on spousal sponsorship for now, but then it's a time taking process. They are going to deploy a lot of tech, remote interviews, some technology, a lot of workforce to this particular category where spouses and partners can be reunified. They can live together, they can be reunited in Canada, they can live a happy life together. So Canada actually recognizes family reunification as one of its main pillars for immigration. So guys, if you want to sponsor your spouse, your partner for a Canadian permanent residence, you can reach out to us. We'll be more than happy to help. We are licensed, we are members of ICCRC, and we can be one of the authorized representatives to help you file for your spousal sponsorship at IRCC. So guys, please do get in touch with us. If you need any help, my details are in the description box below. Please leave a comment, although it is not easy for us to comment on each comment that you make, because we need to know your personal situation, but we do try our best to get in touch with you as soon as possible. Guys, all the best and hope to see you soon in Canada.